All right, we're back. We're back, everybody. Is everybody ready to go to phase two? Phase two of this Sherman build? We'll wait a couple minutes. It's not quite 1 o'clock yet. We got a couple minutes, but I hope everybody's having fun so far and learning. I hope everybody's learning. Please say hello if you're sitting there. Please don't forget to hit the like button, please. This is phase two. This is phase two of the 148 scale Tamiya Sherman build. This one right here, this is what we're building. We're in phase two. We painted all of the basic colors on this right. So what's up, Michael? What's up, Ed? I'll give it a few minutes and let the other people join on here, and then we'll get started. So I hope everybody's having fun so far. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please subscribe if you don't already subscribe. I need subscribers over here. So I need to get to at least 1,000 over here. We're getting close. I appreciate everybody's support. I hope everybody's having fun. I've never done something like this before. A build along. Round two. Here we go. Whipple Weekly. That's right. Round two. So we're going to have some fun. The next phase is going to be kind of fun. We're going to get into some weathering techniques and dry brushing and things like that. So this is going to be a lot of fun for everybody who's never done dry. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. We're going to have some fun now. Now the fun begins. All the boring stuff's kind of out of the way. So, where is I need to get gunmetal. We're going to need gunmetal next. So I got to find my gunmetal. Gunmetal is up next. That's not it. Gunmetal is up next. Gunmetal. So this is what we're going to need next. See this? Gunmetal. That's what we need next, everybody. I got paint spilled over here. Tamiya clear paint loves to spill out of the jar. I don't understand why it does it, but it does. It does not like staying in the jar. There you go. Got it all over myself. That's model building. That's model building in a nutshell. Paint all over the place. Paint all over the place. Is everybody ready to go? Everybody ready? Everybody ready to get started again? I've got surfing to watch today, so hold on a second. I gotta get the surfing on. Pipeline Masters today. It's finals day. Bear with me. Okay, had to get the surfing started so I could, okay, gunmetal, everybody. Gunmetal, see this? Gunmetal. We need we're gonna want a flat brush like this. See this? A flat brush. You want a flat brush. Like that. Any kind of flat brush will do. I'm going to use this one. And we're gonna dry brush. What's on the bed? What are you talking about? What's on the bed? Nothing's on the bed. Nothing's on the bed. Take a little sip of coffee. Okay, we're gonna shake this up real good. We're gonna shake this up real good. Shake this up real good. I'm gonna adjust the camera down. We're on to phase 2 of this thing. Now we're gonna start some dry brushing. We're gonna do the treads now. Okay, we're gonna do the treads. That's what we're gonna work on now is the treads, okay? So get out all of your tread parts, tracks, treads, whatever the hell you wanna call them. That's what we need, okay? I'm gonna turn this camera down now. Let's make sure, I usually like to take a, there's the hull. Look how nice the hull looks. Will these treads be functional? They will not be functional. These are stationary, static display, as we say. Static display treads. I'm going to take a chopstick. I'm just going to make sure I have all of the, because sometimes on metallic paint, the pigment will gather at the bottom, and even though you have a ball bearing in it, or a BB or whatever, it won't loosen up. So just make sure you've got that good and mixed up. And now I'm going to shake it one more time. Let's shake it, baby. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Do you ever do kits with functional tracks? Sure I have. Your father has one. The T34 has functional tracks. They're a little bit more difficult to do. Okay, so we've got that all shaken up, okay? Now you need a napkin. You need a napkin. Okay? Just go to the lid of your gunmetal. We're gonna get the paint. Make sure you get enough paint on this, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag this across until we think there's almost no, it almost looks like there's no pigment coming off of the brush, okay? We're essentially making the brush dry, okay? Now, we're going to take this and across, going in the direction of the tread, not this way, this way. We're going to start dry brushing very lightly. You don't need a lot of paint on your brush. I'm going to show you how to make perfect treads every time. So it should look like that. Alright, easy enough. What did that take me 30 seconds to do? We're just going to repeat. Now we're going to do it again. We're going to dry out our brush. We're going to go to the inside. Same thing. However you want to do this. However, if you can do it more, you can do it less. You don't have to do it exactly like me. Who the hell am I? You don't have to copy me exactly, but we're just dry brushing. We're accentuating the raised parts, the raised details. Do it on the sides. Add a little more paint keep drying, adding paint, drying off the brush. Go along the sides. Flip it over on that side. Alright, so there you go, dry brushed. Oh, I gotta turn my light on, I'm sorry. Alright, so we're gonna do the same thing to the next shirt. Same exact thing. I'm almost out of paint, so I'm going to have to shake up again. Same thing, dry brush. Flip it over. I'm going to shake up because I want to get more paint. I'm out of paint in my lid, so I'm going to shake it up again. I'm going to keep doing the exact same thing. Get paint on your brush, wipe it out on the napkin. We're going to do the inside just like we did the outside. This doesn't take any time at all to do this. And you're going to see, we're going to come out with, we're going to have beautiful treads when this is all said and done. I promise you that. I promise you that. You're going to have beautiful treads. Add more paint. Beautiful treads. Now we're going to go to the side just like we did on the other one. Same thing, I'm just dry brushing. Same thing. Take it or not, we got each other, and that's a lot of love. Give it a shot. Whoa, halfway there. Whoa. Getting all the sides. It's kind of hard to screw. You can't really screw this up. This is kind of hard to screw up. If you can't do this, you got some serious problems. If you can't do this, you need to find a different, you should find something else to do. This is only the second step in this whole process, by the way. Living on a prayer, take my hand and we'll make it, I'll swear. Whoa, living on a prayer. Make sure you get all sides. Okay, that's it. There you go. All dry brushed. I gotta get the serpent on. Hold on a second.
for the service.
Okay, so that's that. So wait, now we got to do. I think we had some other parts. Oh, yeah. I'm missing these parts. I had these parts over here. I'm sorry. I had these treads over here on. So I'm not quite done. And then I have the two machine guns. Okay, same thing. I'm gonna shake this up again. Get myself more paint in the lid. I always paint from the lid. I always get my paint from the lid, no matter what I'm doing. I never go into the jar. I'm gonna dry out the brush again. No need to clean the brush or anything in between. Same thing. These are just the shorter sections. Same thing. If you break a part off the sprue, it's no big deal. So there we go, that's those little ones. Same thing, more paint. If you don't have a flat head, a flat brush like this, I mean, you can use a regular brush. It just is, you can cover more ground with a flat brush. See, this one's going to come off, that's alright. See, that one broke off the sprue, that's okay. No biggie. Same thing, let's do the inside. You have to do the same thing to every section so they look consistent. Okay, now I gotta do the guns, the same thing. I'm not gonna add any paint for the guns because I don't want to overdo it. This is gonna bring out the detail in the guns. There's that gun. Please hit the like button, please, if you can. Got one more gun. I need a little more paint. I'm going to remove the, where I had it attached to the sprue. Ow, shit. Of course I stabbed myself. I'm just covering up with the sprue. Okay, there you go, dry brushing. Easy, easy. Okay, we don't need this anymore. So we're going to close that paint up. We're going to clean our brush. You can initially clean out the brush in water. But then I usually like to get the water out of it, and then I get alcohol and I'll clean it. This is just alcohol. This is just dirty alcohol. Then I'm just going to clean out the brush with alcohol. Put the top back on it. Dry off the excess. And then put this away. Okay, now, what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. The guns are pretty much done. So we're going to put those out of the way so I don't lose them. Now we're going to go into the next step. Is everybody okay so far? Everybody all right? Everybody fine? Did I lose anybody? Anybody got a question? Anybody confused? Anybody glue, paint, spill paint all themselves, over themselves? Anybody drop the tracks and the dog ran off with them? Everybody okay? We're waiting for the server to be. Everybody all right? Give me a thumbs up, please. Somebody comment, let me know. Or everybody fall asleep. So far, so good. DGR, fantastic. Chris Ray, fantastic. I love it, I love it, I love it. That's what I want to hear. I want to hear all thumbs up. We're going to get into the fun part now, okay? I glue my fingers. Okay, Armco. I got you. Good. Everybody glued it. Okay, so now we're going to get into the fun part, okay? Now look, you could go, I believe that these, I'm not sure, but I think part of these are rubber, but it's not going to matter because we're going to be covering them up. So anyway, I got to move this out of the way. We're going to get to now. Right now we're not building anything. We're going to weather these treads and they're going to be done and we're going to be done with them. We're going to take our pastels, okay? Pastels, everybody. Pastels. I'm going to put these back. I don't need these anymore. Don't need them. They're going to go out of the way. Get them out of the way. Get everything out of the way. Put the chopstick back. We're not eating cream of young some man right now. We're going to do some pastels. Right? You hear what I'm saying? Now this is where we can get into some fun. Now this is where you can have a choice to be made. You can make this look like it's in the desert, or you can make it look like it's in Europe, or we're going to go with the Europe. We're going to go with the Europe, okay? Now there's another couple ways we could do this, weathering the treads. Now I could do these where I do a wash, which I've made. I'd have to teach you how to make the wash and everything else, and it involves a bunch of colors. I'm not going to do that. We're going to do it the easy way because this is an easy build, okay? We're just going to use wet pastel, okay? We're just going to use wet pastel, okay? Hopefully, you have a gray. I hope you have a gray pastel. If you don't have gray, you can use brown. You could mix black and white, together. Or you can skip this step altogether and you can just make it look like it's a brand new tank rolling off the assembly line. Alright, so we need another brush now. We need, what brush do I want to use? I guess I can use that one. No, hold on a moment. What did I do with? Yeah, I'm going to use this one. Armco's going to get mad at me because he's going to say, that's not the brush you told me. Well, too bad. I'm going to use a brush like this. Hopefully you have something like this. If not, you can just use a regular old brush. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I just like to use this one. You can do whatever you want. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to get this and we're going to soak it in water. Okay? But you don't want to just drag it over soaked full of water. So get rid of some of the excess. Get rid of some of the excess of the water, okay? Some of the excess. Then you're going to go to your gray over here. I'm going to go with the darker gray. You can always just mix the two. You can mix black and white if you want to do this. I'm sure you have black and white. So we're going to load up our brush with wet pastel, okay? Let me add a little bit more water, wet pastel, okay? Now all we're going to do is paint over this with the wet pastel. I mean, does it get any simpler than that? You can also, if you want to go and add a little brown in, you can add a little bit of brown to give it more, you know, kind of more of a muddy. I'm leaving this part up to you, but you can just mix colors. But I'm just for the ease of doing this and the simplicity of doing this, I'm just using a dark gray. Okay, just a dark gray. I'm painting over everything. Dark gray. Okay, that's one. Now we're going to set it aside. We're going to dry it in a bit. Go back to your gray again. Now remember, you can add brown, you can add whatever you want to do. Don't be scared to try things. I'm just doing it the easy way to show you. But you can try it and you can experiment with different browns, tans, whatever. I mean, this doesn't get any easier than this. Everybody wants to make weathering so hard. Oh my god. I mean, how easy is this? I don't even know why I'm showing you all of this. Because now nobody's going to want models from me anymore because I've taught everybody how to do it. Same thing, go over all the tread parts you want to go over. All the tread parts. Yes!
Are you online?
Yeah.
You busy?
Yeah. Why? Why? What do you got? Just paint all the parts. All of them, same way. A little gray, a little water, a little gray. Okay, we got all the parts covered, right? Oh, sorry, I didn't have that. So I was just painting water, pastel, and the treads. I'm sorry, I didn't have the camera down. If you missed it, all I'm doing is wetting my brush, taking off the excess, getting gray, and then just painting gray over the parts like that. That's it. Clean out your brush, get all the excess off. You can also, remember, you can mix it with brown, gray, however, whatever effect you want. You can try different things. Okay, now we're going to take our airbrush. Make sure you don't have any alcohol in it. We're gonna dry. This is just chalk. So now we're gonna dry. This is where the magic starts to happen. So we're gonna dry it. Make sure you dry it. It's going to turn to a chalky gray color. Drop it on the floor. Make sure you drop it on the floor. We're just drying all the parts. You don't. You can wait. I mean, you can just set this aside and it'll do the same thing eventually. I just like speeding up the process. Alright, that's it. Those are all dry. Okay, now what I like to do is I like to take another brush, like a brush like this, a bigger brush, but if you just have a regular brush, that's fine too. And I like to go back and kind of brush off kind of any excess. I'm just brushing off the extra pastel. Now, what am I going to do with these things? You could just leave them like this, or you can use hairspray, or you could use a flat clear, whatever, to protect them, or you could do nothing at all. It's not really going to come off that bad, but I like spraying it with hairspray. It's going to change the color a little bit. We're going to spray this with hairspray. And the hairspray will protect it. It will change the color, which is fine, which is kind of what I want. And you can drop it and lose it. Okay, so now, once again, we can take our airbrush. And we can dry the hairspray. This just accelerates the process. Alright. That was easy enough, right? Wasn't that easy? Wasn't that easy? Okay. Now what you can do, now I didn't tell you to buy this, but if you don't have it, it's no big deal, but I'm going to do it. If you have it, use it. If you don't have it, it's no big deal. It's not going to make a big difference. I'm going to add line filler on the edges. Just to emulate grease. This is to me a line filler. I forgot to tell you to get this, but you don't really need it. It's not a big deal if you don't have it. You're not going to notice that much of a difference if you don't do this. Fill my heart with gladness, take away all my sadness. If you don't have this, you can just take a little break. One more piece. Again, if you don't do this, it's not a big deal. You don't even have to weather you have to dry brush or else. But if you didn't want to do any of this pastel stuff, it would just look like a new tank. And I'm not into new stuff, so. All right, that's all done. Now we're gonna let that dry. These are essentially all done. Isn't that a nice looking shred? Now you can go back and you can add more mud. You could do a wash and go over it and I may do a little of that when I go in to weather this thing. But this is a good basic weathering. And then you can work from on top of this. Add, like I said, adding mud, adding, whatever you want, So there you go. That's what a basic tread painting. Now I do that for every single shred that I do, unless it's got like rubber pads, and then I'll paint the rubber pads, but then I still go over it with the pastel or a wash or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You understand? 20 of you, please hit the like button, please like and subscribe. This is not something I normally do, showing everybody my secrets. Alright, what are we going to do next now? Okay. Before we get started, I'm going to do, because, let me explain something to you. This hull we're gonna weather the bottom, and we're gonna do this hull before we assemble it. The reason is because the next step is attaching all of the idlers or whatever the hell you call them, the suspension, to this thing. If we don't weather behind this before we put it together, it's going to be really hard to get behind there and weather it. So I'm going to show you how to weather this, the basic weathering, just the base weathering. Okay, we're not going to do anything to the hull. We're just going to do this part right here. Okay, so the same thing. I'm going to take this brush that we did before. We want to match the same weathering as the treads, because the treads and the hull would have the exact same weathering, right? Capiche? So I'm going to take water, pastel, and I'm just going to start painting the pastel into the hull. This is just the base weathering, just so, because I won't be able to get behind this area once we put the suspension on. So we want to go ahead and get this done before we do that. And again, you can add brown, you could add, you could certainly add brown, tan. I'm doing kind of a European look, so I'm staying with the darker grays. It's going to be more mud on the bottom, so you want to kind of go heavier on the bottom. The lower the hull, closer to the ground, the more So that's it. So I've just painted it with wet pastel. Okay. Now I'm going to go to my airbrush. You can see it turn. See it turn? Parts where you missed, just go ahead and hit it. I missed some parts. Okay. Now, like I did before, I'm gonna go back with this brush, and I'm gonna start blending it and brushing excess away. Be careful not to touch anything that's going to be seen with your hands. You should wear rubber gloves, actually. I'm going to put rubber gloves on. What do you think? So I don't get any fingerprints, because pastels loves fingerprints, because your hands have oil in them. So I'm just going to go around, I'm going to brush away I'm actually kind of blending it all kind of in. Be careful not to brush too hard because you can wear away the paint. Okay, so it's kind of all smoothed out. Now I'm going to take hairspray again, or you can just leave it like this. It doesn't really matter, but I would use hairspray. This is just the base weathering, okay? Once we get to the final weathering, we're going to start adding more, but I'm just wanting to get a base color on here. Now look how beautifully aged this looks. Look how beautifully aged that looks. That's what we're after right there. A patina. Now again, I'm going to go with a little bit of line filler. Tania line filler. If you don't have this, it's not a big deal. It's just I'm doing it just to add the to make it look like there's some grease and anywhere you think there would be grease is where I'm putting the line filler, like around bolts and things like that. We're not looking for perfection here. This is all going to dry and you're not going to see a whole lot of it anyway, so don't be panicked if you put too much or... And what you can do is you can take your airbrush and you can dry this too. Don't worry if it spreads out. That's part of the fun of it. There you go. Now that's going to look really nice with the treads. Once you get the treads on here, they match. They match up. They look consistent. Okay. Now, let's see what's up next. I think I know what's up next, and it's the worst part of the whole thing. We're going to put the pastels away for a minute. Get out the instructions, and exactly what I thought was going to happen. We're going to get into the wheels. This is the worst part. Okay, if you can make it through this, you can make it through this entire build. Once we get through this part, it's just going to be building. It's just going to be assembling. This part's the hardest part. It's not hard. It's just time consuming because we got to paint all the rubber of all the wheels. Okay. And that part sucks. But I have a way of doing it. Hold on, I gotta see if the surfing's on yet. Hold on. Hold on. It's not on. Okay. Let's get out all of our wheels. Here they all are. We got wheels, 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 and more wheels. This part sucks. I'm not going to lie to you. It's the worst part of any tank. So let's trim this off. Are there different wheels? P1. P1. We want to get rid of all P1. We don't need P1. Where's P1? P1. We don't need P1. P1 is for a different tank, for version C. We're doing version A and B, so I'm not going to paint a bunch of P1 parts when I don't need them. And then they have this part. Let's see if this part is part of it. What is this? P2. Okay, that's consistent. Okay, so we just need to get... Hold on to P2. We're going to be using P2. We're going to be using P2, so don't get rid of P2. We're not going to be using P1, thank God. So that takes a bunch of them out. We can just toss those aside. We are going to be using A6. Yep, A6. We're going to be using all of these. We need these. This is A6. 10, we don't have to paint. This might not be that bad, actually. P1, we don't need P1, correct? We don't need P1. We do need these. 6. A6, I'm sorry. We're going to be using A6. A6. So this won't be that bad, actually. Make sure there aren't any others hiding anywhere. Okay, we're going to paint all of these. We've got to paint the rubber on all of these. We have to paint all the rubber on these black. Okay? So I'm going to do one. I'm going to show you what a finished one looks like. And then I'm going to leave it to you to do all the other. I'm going to sit here and do them, but however you want to do them, I'm going to just show you the way that I do them. I'm going to do them right on the sprue. I'm going to do them right on the sprue. My toothpick doesn't fit. I'm not going to wrap tape around every toothpick. We need P2. We don't need P1. Okay. Okay. The secret to painting wheels, ladies and gentlemen. The secret to painting wheels for anything. For aircraft, horse and buggy wagon, whatever it is. If you have rubber and you have to paint wheels, which some people have a big challenge with. Can't quite figure it out, but they do. What we're going to do is we're going to get our black, and you want to make sure your black is pretty thin. The same consistency of what is in the airbrush. So about 50% paint to 50% rubbing alcohol, okay? The reason being is that you want the paint to flow around the wheel itself, and the rubber is usually recessed a little bit. So if you just paint close to the edge, the thinned out paint will fall into that groove and will basically almost do the painting for you. You understand what I'm saying? So if you have thick paint, it won't do that. So you're gonna literally have to go up really close and paint really close to and you're gonna get brush marks anyway because somebody told you not to thin the paint and they don't know what the hell they're talking about. So we want to get a good brush for this. Something like this. See this? This is the kind of brush you want for painting a wheel, at least around the rim. You can go to a bigger brush to speed up the process once you paint around the rim itself, okay? So I'm going to do one. I'm going to show you how I do it, okay? So again, we got paint in the lid. And I'm going to double up my glasses because I'm blind when it comes to this. So I need to get another pair of glasses. Hold on a second. Hold on. I got to be able to see what the hell I'm doing because I got to look close up, if you know what I mean. So I'm doubling up my glasses so I can see. So much so I can't. Okay. These are actually pretty easy to paint because they have a big raised rim. If you go and you paint part of the rim, you can just get some olive drab and just touch it up. We all make mistakes. Okay, now we want to paint. This goes on the inside. I'm only going to paint the outside and then the treads around it. You're not going to see the inside, so you don't have to waste the time making sure. I mean, you can if you want, but nobody's going to see it. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to sit here and do the insides. I'm only going to do the outside that you're going to see, and then the whole entire tread. So now I'm just going to get a bigger brush, which will be quicker for me to paint. This will be quicker for me to paint the rest. Oh, and I missed one of them. I missed one. How do you miss? Oh, and the outside of the wheel is the side that the spruce says 6. Once you take these off the sprue, you can go and just touch up the little spot where it was attached, which you're going to want to do. Keep spinning it around, making sure you're not missing any. Alright, there's one rep. We only have one more to do. I'm going to show you this one. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see I've got it painted all the way. It's right up to the rim. And once those dry, we're going to put them on their suspension and We're going to put them on the suspension, and then we're going to weather them before we put them on. We're going to do the base weathering before we put them on. Okay? So I'm going to do one more set of wheels now. How's everybody doing? How are we doing out there? Is everybody okay? We have any problems, any issues? Everybody understanding what we're doing? Is everything okay? Everybody following along? Everybody up to staying up with me? Is everybody able to keep up with me? Excellent, Kevin. Wait, we start putting this thing. Is Steve, you're doing okay, Steve Bingham? Once we get through this part, it's gonna breeze along. This is the longest, hardest part, is painting these wheels. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paint this next section. Then we're gonna put together the idlers, the suspension. So I'm gonna paint one more section. Everybody good? Anybody got any questions? I painted my finger. Well, we always paint our fingers. I've got paint all over the place. Anybody got any questions before I start painting the other wheels? Anybody got any other questions? Any other questions, please? Please don't feel free. Don't be afraid. There's no dumb questions. There's only dumb questions. There's no dumb questions. Only stupid answers that I'll give you. Okay? No dumb questions. Just my stupid answers. Hold on. I gotta see if. What's going on here? What the fuck is this? This is not what I... I'm trying to get the surfing on in the stupid TV. Hold on a moment. It's very important that I get the surfing on. Hold on a moment. Keep painting wheels. Keep painting wheels. No, still not on. I don't know what's going on. I'm frazzled over here. Okay. Now I'm going to put the camera down. I'm going to finish painting my wheels, okay? So you need to finish painting your wheels so we can all have the wheels painted together, okay? Let it be, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Let's see how quickly I can do these. I have a secret technique I'm employing. Oh, but that's the wrong side. Stupid idiot. I still think I can beat everybody. I still think I can beat everybody. Alright, I'm done with the hub part. Now I gotta do the big main part, and then mine are, done. Hee hee. Hee hee. I'm sorry, I keep drifting away from the camera. I'm not trying to do that. It's just. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. Finite. Finito. I'm finished with mine. I have a special technique I didn't show you. I can't show you everything, for God's sakes. I gotta keep some things to myself. Those are done. Now I'm waiting on you guys. Let me know when you're done, because then we're gonna move on to the next part. So as soon as a couple of you are done, we'll move on. It's painting wheels. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. It's time consuming. I know I'm fast at it because I've been doing it for a long time and I have special ways of doing it. So mine are done. Now I'm just waiting on you knuckleheads. Chris Ray's done. All right. Yeah, now we're talking. I finished 2. I used toothpicks. There we go, DGRs. Thinking smart. Thinking smart. Using the noggin. Using the old noggin. That's what we need to do. Use it. All right, Steve Bingham. All right, I'm going to use the little boys' room, the little Pope's room real quick, and I'll give you time. The other guys, all right, Beanie. We got Beanies done. I'm going to take a little break while everybody else catches up, then we're going to move to phase 2, okay? I mean, to the next steps, you know, putting the wheels on the suspension. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to have a lot of fun, more fun. I'm not going to pause or anything. Listen to the music, beautiful music, because YouTube doesn't like to use real music, so I'm using music. I decided to nip it in the bud and make sure that my broadcasts were good and not gonna get all edited. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. All right, I'm back, everybody. I'm back. Okay, all right. Everybody ready? Cool, you hope what? What do you hope? Done? How's everybody bills going? Good. I think everybody doing okay? Everybody good? Any issues? Anybody have any issues? Any issues? Anybody got any issues? Everybody good. Everybody good. All right, we're gonna move on now. Okay, put the hull out of the way. We don't need that right now. We need all the idler, whatever the hell you want to call them. I always say this. I'm not an expert. I think it's the suspension. Okay, we need A3, A1, A4, and we need this times a bunch. So we're gonna cut off all of the idler arms, or whatever the hell we call these. Are A3, A5. Wait, some get A3, some get A5. Let's do A3, A4, A1 first. Oh, I see. We're doing version A. Okay, we're doing this version right here. We're doing A, okay? A, everybody. So let's cut out A3. Just hold on a second. I'm just making sure I'm doing this. Okay, we're making 2. You gotta be making more than that. Hold on a second. We gotta be making more than 2. We gotta be making it for both sides. This part's confusing. Alright, I'm just going to go with this. A3. Let's click out all the A3s. All the A3s. If I screw this up, it's my own fault. So A3, all my A3s. All my A3s. And then all my A4s. All my A4s. All my A4s. Why do we have just... This is confusing here. So we only got A4. Oh, we only got one A4 on each side here. A4. A4. They really don't make this very clear for you. Now A1. get all our A1s. A1. A1. I'm just going to do one assembly at a time here, so I'm not super confused. A1, A4, and then we need A6, which we've got. Okay, so we're just going to do these one at a time because I don't want to confuse myself here. So let's just build these first. Okay, so we're going to take an A3. A3 is this one right here with the three little things on the outside. You see that? A3. Okay, make sure we trim this up. Make sure you don't have any sprue attachment. So we're going to clean this off. Remember, we can touch all this up. A lot of this is going to get covered by pastel anyway. So there's that one. Lit my way, tell me why. Okay. So we're gonna, it only does not say, over here it says make 2. So it's gotta be 2 of these we're gonna make. I don't know. We need our A6s. We need 2 A6s. Don't pay attention to that wheel that's in front that says C, P1. We're not using those. Listen to me. Okay, this goes, the 3-pronged thing, the 3-ribbed thing goes there. We're going to put that one on there. We're going to put this one. No. Wait a minute. Your nicely painted outside part goes facing towards the 3-rib things. Okay, it goes the nicely painted wheels that are perfect if you didn't paint the inside. The outside goes out facing the 3-rib things. Okay, so now we're going to take the other side. This would be A4, which has the little knob. There's 2 for one and then 2 for flip. Yes, thank you, Bean. I'm not a genius over here, Bean. I'm just a model builder. I don't know. I get confused like everybody else does. Trust me, I build things wrong all the time. And then I have to go back and redo them. Okay, I'm gonna dry fit this. Wait, this goes. Okay, we're gonna flip this up. Dry fit everything. Okay, so this has to go on first. So dry fit that on. Look, we're in this together. Some of this may not be. I may not be perfect at some of this stuff. Where is my regular glue? Here it is. Now we're going to use the fallers on this. That one doesn't work. That one, the whole fucking thing came out. Jesus Christ. Come on now. My glue is frozen up in here. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to glue this part. guess both sides are exactly the same, I guess. Put that part on there like that. I'm going to add glue in the little holes, the two little side-by-side holes. And then I'm going to take my this part's tricky. What the fuck? This part's tricky. There we go, I got it. So there you go. There's your assembly. There's one complete. Okay, now we're gonna rinse and repeat, I guess. Same thing. I need 2 wheels. The nice painted side goes through the 3 rib side. You can glue these wheels in place if you want. The treads don't work, so there's really no reason. Goes like that. This goes like this. There's 2 of them. Now we gotta do the same thing, I guess, for the same A4, A3. I don't know when A3. Why do I have 3 of these? I don't know why I have 3. Okay. Same thing. A2. I don't know why I have 3 of those. And I don't need A5, I need A3, I need A4. This is confusing. A4. A4, I guess. I don't know. A4. Oh, here's another A3. This part's confusing. We know we don't need A5 because we're not building that version. We're building the A3. Okay, we're not doing A5. No A5s. Okay. Now, this is all assembled the exact same way, so I think we're going to be safe if we just assemble them all the exact same way. I think we're going to be safe. I think. I could be wrong. I could be leading us into a complete disaster. I'm just trimming up my parts, getting rid of any sprue. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and take all these wheels off. Get these all going in the right direction. And I can touch all these up when once I get it all assembled. If I see anything that needs to be touched up, I'll touch them up. Okay, those are all those. Okay, so now the good side always goes out doing fine. Out of my mind. Okay, we have two of those. This is fucking confusing, I can tell you that much. So we have two going this way. Or is that one? We gotta do one on each side. And then two. But it's all the same fucking shit. Because there should be three on each side. So we need... Hold on a second. This is where Tamia lacks an explanation of exactly how this crap assembles. Okay, so we need those. We know that those always go on the outside, towards the three rib things. We know we need three on that side, so there we go. These always go facing the three ribs, no matter what. Okay, so there's three. We need three going that direction. So this is going to go on here. I'm missing something here. I guess it's this. So I guess we do use A5 for part of this. God damn it. Fuck you, Tamiya. Bunch of dopes. Now we can't get this to fucking stick. Okay, so I guess we'd have to use the A5 part. Look, I get confused just like all of you do. You guys probably understand this part better than I do. I never claimed to be smart. I'm struggling along right with you, but you guys are probably already sitting there waiting for me to get done. I would imagine. I would imagine you're already done waiting. So you gotta wait up for me. Okay, so now... Nope, I put that in fucking backwards. You fucking idiot. Excuse my language, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, excuse my language. I shouldn't be cursing like that if kids are watching. Okay, so that, now I need one more. Wait a minute, I think I screwed up. I think I screwed up. This is the most effing confusing, terrible instructions when it comes to this part. So I guess A3 you make one, and then you make two. Okay, I think I've got one backwards. Yes, now I know I screwed up. This part has to flip for the other side. God damn it. You can't get it out. Okay, so that's right now. Okay, so now I need to do two of these facing that direction. Okay. Okay, I think I understand now. I don't know if I can explain it to you, but okay, so I need to do one more. Look, I'm learning this with you. God damn it. Blue doesn't want to stick. Okay, now this. I have to figure this crap out on my own, just like you guys do. Okay, so we have two of those going the same direction. One of these. Now I got to do them in the opposite direction. So now this should be this way, and then the little thingamabob goes this way, and then the points out. Okay, we got this. You guys are already done, I'm sure, and you're just waiting on me because I'm stupid. God damn it. Fucking piece of shit. Sorry. Okay, I got it now. Now I got it. What a dope. What a dope I am. Confused. I'm not the brightest bulb on the bush. In retrospect, I would have glued these wheels. Okay, yay. Woo, that was a whole frickin' experience right there. That's what that was. Okay, now I need R2. Is everybody all done waiting for me? I'm sure you guys are quicker than I am with that part of it. You probably had it figured out an hour ago, 30 minutes ago. Right? Okay, now we need... Okay. Make two. We need R2 and R3. R2 and R3. R2 and R3. R2, R3, R2, R3. Alright, so we gotta make two of those. So we're gonna need now, we need our little bushing. We need two of these. Two of these. If you lose one of these, it's no big deal. You can just glue the thing to the... I don't know why they even do this, because the thing doesn't move. So R2 and R3. So we gotta glue this together. Get you some Tamiya thin. Just do it on the inside right there. So there you go. It's got the little bushing inside of it. Add the little bushing. Put that in like that. Put that on here like this. Okay, that's that. Now, okay, now we need P2. P2. Remember the P2? There's a P2. And another P2. We need P2 now. P2. P2. Okay. Trim this, make sure we don't have any shoulder. Na, 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 na. Okay, now we're going to take this crap that we just put together and we're going to put these on. So this is C, goes on this side. So I believe that this is C, yeah. Okay, now we're going to have to do, we're going to need, you know what, we need to let these dry for a little bit. I'm sorry. So what we're going to do now is we're going to let these dry, then we're going to attach these once they dry. Because after these dry, I want to go ahead and weather them. We can't do that when the parts are wet. So we're going to take another little quick break, okay? We've been on here a while. We're going to take another break. We're going to weather these. We're going to attach these to the hull, and then we're going to do the treads. We're going to attach. We're going to build the treads. Once that's done, this thing is going to go together like quickly. So, all right, we're moving along good. We're getting through the hard stuff. This was the hard stuff. The treads shouldn't be too bad at all. Little tricky, but not. It shouldn't be that bad. That shouldn't be that bad. All right, is everybody good? Everybody having fun? Everybody's tanks coming out looking okay? Everybody's looking okay? Any questions? Any problems? You saw me struggling. I'm pretty good at painting and weathering, and sometimes the assembly, I get, I'm not the smartest, I'm not the smartest egg in the nest over here. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to figure out these things. To me, it sometimes throws me for a loop. It's really not their fault. It's my own problem. Any last questions before we take a break and come back for part 3? We're moving right along. Any questions? Everybody happy? Everybody doing okay? Or is everybody just quiet? Nobody's going to say anything. Everybody okay? Okay, everybody remain silent. Hanging in there. Okay, Chris. Good, Chris. Excellent. Hang in there. All right, everybody. I'm going to take a little break. What time is it now? It's 2:53. We'll be back at around 3 o'clock. I'll have a little timer set so you'll know when I'm coming back on. And then we'll be back on here and we'll continue to roll on. We just need to let these things dry for a little bit so we can go ahead and weather them and then attach them. Okay, everybody? I had to take one wheel apart, but we are okay. Fantastic, DGR. Look, if you need to work on it and fix some things while we're off, then we're that's fine. This isn't a test or anything. anything. If you want to work on it while we're on break, that's fine too. Excellent, Bean. Excellent. The fun part is when we get into the weathering and building this thing's no problem. Good here. Excellent, Shane. All right, we're good. All right, I'll be back about an hour. I'll set a timer. Look for it on YouTube. It'll tell you when I'm coming back on. And I'll see you right around 3 o'clock, 3:15. All right, I'll see you guys back here in a little bit. Thank you, guys. I'll see you soon.